All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Tanner Alvarez, and today we are going to be talking about pre-workout nutrition. Now, the information that I'm going to share with you today is going to be a bit controversial because typically, if we got on the internet right now and searched pre-workout nutrition, we're going to find a lot of information, some good, some bad. But we have to admit, first of all, that the fitness industry is just a washing machine of good and bad information, and it's all sloshing back and forth. So today I'm going to be talking about juicing, and I'm going to explain to you how and why it is the most superior way to fuel your body before a workout. In the fitness world, I don't hear enough people talking about this. In fact, I hardly hear anybody talking about it. Everyone sticks to the chicken and rice, sweet potatoes, russet potatoes, and all of that has its place in the world, even though I'm not a fan of rice, but I'll talk on that in a different video. That has its place in the world, especially whenever it comes time to building muscle. Yes, we need all that. We do. But there's a time and place for every single bit of it. And I'm going to tell you the difference and why you need juice before your workout. So let's talk about digestion, okay? Whenever we digest solid food, you know how whenever you eat a really big meal and then all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I could lay down and go to sleep right now. I'm tired. Well, what's going on is your body is working pretty hard to digest that meal you just ate. Now, the difference between solid food and juice is whenever you drink a juice, your body doesn't do hardly any work to take in that energy. It's readily available energy because the juicer chews it for you, and there's no fiber at all. So whenever you eat that solid meal sits in your stomach and it has to work an X amount of time to break that down. Juice is quite different. The juice hits the stomach is sucks it in, ready to go. And also the cool thing about juice is you can squeeze in many of them in a very small window of time. So I can drink one 32-ounce juice, have it down, and an hour and a half later, I can do it again, okay? So it allows you to get a lot more nutrition in a shorter window of time. Now, the big key factor here is what your body has to do in order to get the carbs, in order to get the energy. That's the difference. Whole food, your body works very hard to get that nutrition, and it sacrifices energy just to break down the food to get the nutrition. Juice, it's not the same. The body digests it very easily, and it gets the energy almost immediately. Okay, so that's one of the biggest reasons why I suggest juicing before the gym and not eating solid food. Now, before I get too far into this, I just want to make sure it is crystal clear that I'm not telling you not to eat solid food. That's not what I'm saying. But right before the gym, I am telling you that it is superior to fuel yourself with juice. So like I said, I'm not telling you not to eat solid food. But before the gym, yeah, I'm suggesting that it is far superior to drink juice. That is what I'm saying. Now, another thing that I want to touch on is nutrient quality, okay? So we all know that whenever we cook our food, particularly the vegetables, that we are destroying a large part of all the good nutrition. Now, whenever we juice, obviously, it's all raw. So you're getting a bunch of raw nutrition. The amount of vitamins and minerals and all that micronutrition that we really need is very important to us. We get a lot more of it whenever we juice. And I'm not saying a little bit more. I'm telling you, we get a lot more of it. And also, because it's all raw, the nutrient quality is far, far, far higher. We all know that whenever we cook vegetables, we're destroying a large part of the nutrition, right? So obviously, whenever we juice, it's all raw nutrition. It's at the highest level. It actually gets no better than that, okay? So just realize whenever you're cooking food, you're cooking nutrients out of it. Whenever you're juicing, you're getting solid nutrition in very high amounts. All right, I want to take a moment to talk about carbohydrates. So before we go to the gym, obviously we want a bunch of carbs. Why? Because carbs equals energy. Carbs also equals pump. If you want to move a bunch of weight and you want to be a high-level athlete, you're going to need carbs. It's that simple, especially with a very fast metabolism because your body burns through it so quickly, okay? So whenever you're eating carbs in terms of cooked solid food, we're talking about a sweet potato, maybe 2 if you're like gonna fill yourself all the way to the brim. A massive bowl of oatmeal with honey in it, with berries, something like that. Let's say you're going that route, okay? So you're gonna eat that and you're gonna wait probably an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours for that to digest, depending on how much food you just ate. So if you're doing it that way, what I can do, I can make a 32-ounce juice that's a quarter gallon. I could put 4 apples in the first one and a whole sweet potato and a lemon. It's a lot of carbs. It's a lot of raw carbs, right? And also I'm changing my ratio of nutrition to fiber, because all the fiber, our body needs fiber. I'm not going to tell you that it doesn't. It's actually very important, especially if you're eating a bunch of meat, because fiber serves as the cleanup crew that gets the waste out of your body. Well, it helps a lot. So what we're doing, we're changing our ratio of fiber to nutrition whenever we're juicing, because what the juicer does is it takes the fiber and it removes it from the nutrition. So all we're getting is straight nutrition via juice. All right. So whenever you're eating solid food, let's say that you're getting this much nutrition and this much fiber. Whenever you're juicing, it turns that around. You're getting this much nutrition with that much fiber. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal, okay? But also the beauty of juicing is after I make that first juice with the 4 apples and the sweet potato and the lemon, an hour and a half later, because the body will digest that juice in no time flat, okay? So very soon after the first juice, I can drink another one. All right, so the amount of carbs that I'm getting is double to triple than that of what I could eat. Because you can eat, let's say you could eat 2 large sweet potatoes, and that's a lot, okay? I could juice 2 large sweet potatoes as well as 8 apples combined. If we take both the juices and put them together, that's double the carbs, man. That's double the carbs, and your body is working a lot less hard to break it down. So you're getting a lot of carbs for a lot less digestion, and you're getting a lot more nutrients too. And your nutrient quality is very, very high. So long story short, if you're juicing, you can get 2, 3, maybe even 4 times more carbs in your stomach that will be readily available compared to eating solid food. And that is the naked truth. And here is another huge reason why you should juice before the gym. Whenever we're drinking juice, all juice is nutrient water from fruit and vegetables. So if you want a good pump, we need carbs, obviously, but we also need a superior level of hydration. Whenever you drink a half gallon of juice right before the gym, let me tell you right now, you're going to be more hydrated than you've ever been in your life, and I am not exaggerating. So let's talk about like whenever I'm thirsty, right? And I really want something to drink. I'm craving hydration. Whenever I drink water, water definitely hydrates you, but the amount of electrolytes and all that goodness that you get from juices is absolutely superior to that of water. Like whenever I wake up in the morning, I can chug water, yeah, but I would much rather chug a big, fresh pressed OJ. The difference, there's no comparison. There's absolutely no comparison. The way that juice can quench your thirst compared to water. Again, I'm not telling you not to drink water. That is absurd. But I am telling you that juice is superior. So if you want to go to the gym and you want to have a great pump and you want to sweat a lot, drink a bunch of juice. So I'll tell you right now that if I had to go back to eating solid food like I did back in the day, I didn't always juice. But whenever I did eat solid food before the gym, if I had to go back to doing that, I would be very unhappy. That would be very difficult. And I would be sacrificing quite a bit of my pump, my energy levels, and performance across the board, because I understand that juice is superior. I'm also going to take just a moment to talk about store-bought juice. This is not where you want to be, okay? So like whenever I make a fresh juice, that juice maybe has a 30, 45 minute shelf life because it starts to die. Real fresh pressed juice, it does not last long, okay? And you can tell by the flavor. If I press an OJ out right now, 10 oranges, and I drink it right off the bat, it's gonna taste delicious. Now, if I waited 3 hours, if I set it right here on the counter or even in the fridge, and I come back to it in 3 hours and taste it, I would taste how that thing has started to die, and it's not the same. If the taste is changing, and so is the nutrients. So what I'm telling you by using that example is whenever we buy store-bought juice, it is nothing close to what I'm talking about right now. Whenever we're talking about having a juicer and making your own fresh pressed juice, it is absolutely superior to do it at home yourself. Buying juice at the store is not where you want to be, okay? You want to make it yourself because all that stuff in the store, it's all from concentrate and they're mixing tons of like sugar in it. That's not it. I'll tell you right now, man, that's not it. All right, guys, that wraps it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button and also subscribe. I'm going to be pumping out tons of new content for you all. I love you guys. Take care. We'll see you next time.